Good morning. Hello and welcome. So good to see everybody again. As you're hopping on, please say hashtag hello gorgeous and I'll know you are here, just so that I know and I can welcome you. And otherwise, when I go back, I miss names now as they're going through, so this way I can go back and welcome. Make sure everybody, I appreciate you being here. Okay. All right, did it. That's the hard part. This is the fun part, the makeup and being with you and sharing to the tips and things I've learned, and you're on this journey with me. But the hard part is expanding my audience on social media. So if you find some value in my tutorials, please tag friends or share, because that's the hard part I'm struggling with, is trying to figure out how to get in people's news feeds. Facebook is very, very controlling. This is like a tough job. So, but this is the fun part. This is the part where I came alive, is talking about makeup. And the thing that I've noticed is when I put my makeup on and I look better, it's like I do everything else better. It improves my day. It makes me feel better. It makes me be more productive. I accomplish more. I cook better. I write better. I just do better when I look better and I feel better about myself. Hello, Shelly. Welcome. Hello, gorgeous. So I made some notes, and that's the trouble, is when I do make notes, I forget to look at them. So I have some interesting, hello gorgeous, tips that or actually not tips, myths that I want to debunk. That, there was so many, like, do you remember the myth that you shouldn't wear white after Labor Day? As we're talking, I so desperately need my eye cream. It's hard not to put it on when I get out of the shower, but I've noticed that it's taken away all the dark circles, and it's starting to tighten things up a bit. But this was a bad month for me. I'm wearing my I actually didn't put my fat jeans on today. I've got some creams in my eyes. Sorry. But I'm smartening up now. It's like a mind, I'm on the downside of this month getting behind me. So that's huge. So I've been eating wild. Just terrible. I'm now down to just 1 Revel a day from 4. Was so sad. A dear friend, they dropped off some gluten-free, chocolate-dipped, almond-dipped, gluten-free biscottis. Oh, I finished the last one yesterday, so I thought, I'm going to have to go buy. I need to have some fun food every day. So I'm going to have to go look for some. And, okay, sorry for the arm right across the screen there. My mirror's I love this mirror, but I didn't want it. I found that I need to squeak when I drag it too, isn't it? It gets in the way, and I don't want that. But I do love, it's really bright, this mirror. I love it. So let's get on with some primer. And so some of the things that I wanted to talk about with some of the myths is women over 40 should not wear shimmer eyeshadows. And the thing about that is there's a difference between shimmer and metallic. Shimmer usually has like little sparkles, right? And that can be tricky when you're older, but when you see something that now I'm going to put on my mattifying face primer, which helps to smooth out my skin as much as I can get. I'm going to make sure I hit it under the eyes. Did you grab your makeup? Are you going along with me? Yeah, say everybody grab your coffee, grab your makeup, and join me. But the thing about the shimmer is when something is, I don't know, you probably noticed it with like dark walls, right? It closes in on you. Darkness absorbs the light. Whereas when you have something that has like a shimmer in it, it bounces the light, it breaks the light up. And so careful, there's a difference between what shimmer you get with mature skin or over 40. There's some little things that you want to be careful in how you apply it. And the thing about the shimmer that I'm using, which is this new palette, which is why I love it so much, and which is why you can wear it, is it is more like oil slicked on water. That's what the metallic is. And it buffs out to like a shimmer matte. So this is the perfect shimmer for anyone over 40 or anyone. So, and don't let these colors scare you, because they actually change. It's amazing. And I'm going to show you that today. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome, Ethel. It's so nice to see everybody. It says, it's so cute. It says, Shelly's watching, Shelly's watching, Shelly's watching, Shelly's watching. It's like, yay, Shelly, and Shelly's watching. It's so cute. What's with this Facebook, right? So let's start with our eyeshadow. And I can hardly wait. The wonderful thing about these is they are metallic, but they're new technology. So they shine. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, yay, right. They when you touch them, they're creamy. They're like this, they're like cream, and they go on like a powder. But if you love our liquid shadows, they're like a liquid. It's like a cross between all of them. It's hard to describe, but they're just beautiful. And the colors are just, I won't be that distracting you, are just amazing. So we did one. I just got my palette, so I've been really slow and been able to share all of the wonderful things with you. But I'm wanting to show you how you can just wear one color. That's the wonderful thing, is that these, you can glam them up with this. And you can also wear this every day. I'm going to run out and go get groceries or check my mail. And so what was the color that we wore? I think we started with this middle one last week, which was, what's the name? Consider It. Yes. So I was debating between, I think I've made my decision. I was going to go with Inexpressible, but I've decided to go for the one that looks like orange, to shock you. That one's called Deeply, because I think that's the one that people will be scared of. And I want to show you that that's not one that we need to be scared of. So I need to, you can grab any brush you want. Okay, the sun, it seems like a dark corner. I wanted the light, and then it was shining through, and now it's just like stay clouds. Stay clouds. We need the light. All right, so you can grab a cream shadow brush. You could grab a fluffy crease brush. You could grab the deluxe brush. You could grab the liner shaded brush. Really, you could use any brush you want with applying these. I'm going to grab the cream shadow brush, and I'm going to grab my brush cleaner, which I just love this cleaner. And I purposely decided not to clean them. I always clean them ahead of time. And I just thought, I use this all the time. And I thought, you guys don't know about this and how wonderful it is. But it goes on it's like a dry oil. And it cleans your brushes, the makeup right off. And and it's dry, ready to use on your next color. So going in with, and actually, there's a few things. I had this, I was doing like a keep it low down, pat it on, keep it low, keep it down low. I had this like rhyme in my head to remember when you're doing this, because that is one thing you don't want, shimmer going up to your eyebrows. You don't want that. So start low, keep it low to your eyelashes, start with little because it's very, very buildable. Am I thinking, okay, am I missing anything? So I want to pat it on, and you want to pat it on. It's very pigmented. And if you just swipe it, you're going to lose a lot of it. But it's just amazing. So I'm putting it. Yesterday, it was a non-makeup day, but I just had to do my makeup in my head. And I did put this on just to see which, you know, will it match my top? I changed my top. It's like, what was the point of all of that? All right, so I'm just putting it not very high. You could say maybe just as high as my eyeball. All right, now I'm gonna grab the fluffy crease brush, making sure it's clean. It is. And now we're just gonna blend this, and you'll see it will move it up. We're gonna move it up. And it's just like windshield wiper motions. You can even use the blending brush. This one is a little firmer than the blending brush, so I thought I would try that. I haven't had it a lot of chance because they say I only just got it last week. And I've been wearing only this. I did one the other day, which in my little video, but it was the one where it was the blooper video. I wore the silver, and I was just gonna wear the one color, and then I ended up putting this beautiful, deep, heartwarming underneath. So unselfish, and it was gorgeous, gorgeous. I just couldn't, it's hard not to want to do another color. Oh, and the other thing that's so wonderful about these shadows is that you can use them with your powder shadows, which we will also be exploring that. So I am just going to start blending this up. And you can see it's moving up. But do you see how it's, well, I'll show you the difference after. Now, if you want, you can take a little bit more and create that V on the outside, like a darker. You can really play with these. Just gonna pat some more on the out, so it's a little heavier there. And now I'll blend that. And now I'm gonna grab my big blending brush. So you see it's just a little darker on the outer edge. The thing with Shimmer is Coco Chanel. She was famous for wearing, like, you know, as we're age, we have our crinkling necks and that, and she wore her white blouses and layers of pearls to add that sparkle, that shimmer. And so we always think, oh, we don't want to draw attention. But what it is it's lighter areas, like with concealer, the light, when you go too light, that really draws attention or lightens that area. Like, you know how when we contouring, we're putting the darker color here to make this pop, the lighter area the darker will recede. And so that's the one thing, is that just with that, you have to be careful. But we want our eyes to pop. And when you do have some shimmer, it does make your eyes look, it makes your eye color pop, as well as makes it look more awake and alive. So you definitely can wear. And this is just the perfect shimmer. Now this is just one shadow, one eyeshadow, one color. Now let's start the other side. And I've got a hair hanging down here somewhere. It's driving me crazy. All right. I'm just looking at my spots. It's like, what causes those? It's crazy. things that happen to our bodies as we get older. So yesterday I was working on my taxes. Okay, I gotta find this hair. It's right across my eye. There it is, got it. Whew. Now, I wanted to show you. Do you see how you can use this for glam, date night? And just imagine if you even use, say, palette 6 with the browns, the rich browns, and then you add some of this on your lid, that will you'll instantly have glam. But you see how it blends out to a shimmer matte? Isn't it beautiful? I just love this palette. It is truly versatile. So now but today is a working at home, mostly on the computer, actually all on the computer. All right, my brush is molting. Now I'm going to add a little bit more to the outside edge. Another little thing too is that it doesn't really have fallout. It's just my my hitting it below. It's not like your shimmer where there's fallout. So with this doesn't. But when you do have fallout, a really easy way to clean it up is to take a little bit of our Touch Behold setting powder and put some of that on a sponge and wipe that, and it just will clean it right up. Now I'm moving it up, and I'm going to grab my blending brush. As soon as I get off camera, then I go look at myself, and then I'm not so nervous, and I go, oh, okay, now I see it's not even. It's like, oh man. I think it looks like this one has, I would say I need a little bit more over here. Oops, broke my eye with my brush. All right. Nope, still not even. Need a little more. Sorry, I think I'm just, for some reason, I'm tired today. I slept pretty good last night, but I wake up so early. And I'm thinking, this is good. This is good. When we go to daylight savings, I'll be, on par. But right now, it's kind of like I'm waking up at 4 and 5 and then awake, and then I fall asleep just before it's time to get up, and then I'm really tired. All right. I love it. And we're not done. We can come back. I might even add some under the eye. I haven't decided yet. So now, the other myth that we're going to debunk is about foundation. So lots of times people say that mature women should only wear tinted moisturizer. They shouldn't wear foundation. It just looks cakey. But the thing with tinted moisturizer is you don't get the coverage. So how is it not? It's more aging. Oh yeah, it's horrible, Shelley, isn't it? What is it? What is it? And so when you see your varicose veins, or you see scars, or you see your blue veins and whatever, that's aging. But when you can make your skin not look dry and cakey, that's youthful. So the secret is you can wear makeup, and you can wear, as long as you can just make it so that your skin looks healthy and not dry. I think what's the word cakey is for looking dry. So I'm going to, you know, I just wanted to change it out and do something else. And then I just thought, no, I just love this for winter. My BB cream. And that's what the thing that debunks this is that it gives you the coverage, but it gives you the dewy, healthy looking skin. Now, I normally apply it separately, but I'm wondering if we should try it together today. I'm just blending. Oops, now you just made a mess. I had an air bubble. Okay, go down. There we go. Just squeezing out what's in the dropper so that it gets shaken up. So this is a mineral-based foundation, so it always needs to be shaken. All right, now let's, okay, no, I'll stick with the normal old way. I just love it, it works. So I have a little bit underneath, and I'm just thinking I might just go and try this and wiping it and take a sponge. With some of my setting powder. It's normally for when you're done your makeup, but I just thought, let's do it now. Okay. I finally ran out of the other one, so I can hardly wait till it comes back. All right. So I'm just taking some of the BB cream onto a brush. And I'm just going to do a thin layer all over. Actually, and one thing I wanted to do too is I'm going to put just a titch of concealer on a spot that I want to get. So I'm going to use the same color as my foundation. I'm just going to scrape it. I think my foundation covers everything else pretty much. I just wanted to get this off and I see it. Okay. This will feel so good under the eyes. What was another myth? Okay. So with the about the shimmer, so it's looking for products, eyeshadow, and that's what this one is, that is pearlescent over shimmer. So shimmer has like little chunks of glitter. It's more like a glitter. And this eyeshadow is amazing. And oh yes, and so everybody who buys one, and it's only on sale this month, is everybody who buys one, you have to tell me, because I'm offering you a one-on-one Zoom online class where you have it in your hand and you're going to do it with me rather than watch me. And we're going to, I can answer your questions and work with you and show you some really cool things that you can do with this palette. So now I'm going to blend it with my kabuki brush and just make sure. So the thing with the BB cream is you just don't get the coverage that you would with foundation. My hair is wild today. I went to start to curl it and it's like, nope, it's not gonna curl today. It looked cuter before, and then after I started to curl, it was just like, nope, so let's take it out, take it out. Go back to straight. Okay. So you see, it's dewy, but I don't have the coverage. I still have scars showing. And so the thing is, because we did the BB cream, first, now our liquid foundation has wonderful coverage, and you can go back if you have some serious deep scars and rosacea, you can just go back and do more layers, another coat. It's very buildable, but with the BB cream underneath, this dries to like a powdered matte finish, but because of the BB cream underneath, you're going to have that healthy looking dewy skin, not dry. And so I just love this combo for winter. And so it's like, I still want to do it. And then under my eyes, I just sometimes like to press. Just my finger does a better job. Okay. Now let's blend. And we did the one with the concealer too, and that worked really good. Same thing. We got the coverage we needed, but with the BB cream. So we remember that one where we just did the concealer and the BB cream, and we got this beautiful coverage, and yet had that dewy, moisture, more youthful looking skin. Now, you could, I have done it, I know I have done it in the past, where I've put the BB cream and the foundation on my kabuki brush together. I just didn't feel like doing it today. Okay. There we go. On to bronzer. So I just have a light coverage. I see one little speck, one freckle that I should have put, but yeah, that doesn't bother me. All right, on to bronzer. All right. I am going to be using, so the thing with our bronzers is right before COVID, they pulled the bronzer to reformulate it. And then then COVID hit. So I'm just using a very light hand. I'm not going heavy. And so and our pressed powders work beautiful for bronzers. I just didn't take one out, so I had this handy. Our warehouses were deemed to be used for emergency production of soaps and sanitizers, hand sanitizers. So then that's halted. So now things are starting to come back. So we've got it affected our lipsticks because they also pulled our lipsticks to reformulate the lipsticks. So now we're starting to see things coming back, and next month things are starting to come back. So the other thing I was going to tell you is when you do this contouring, I like to, when you do the fishy face, rather than go right in the hollow, I'm actually putting my brush I'm aiming it actually like right on the upside of it or right on the tip of it, just because I'm trying to raise, we're trying to bring everything up. There you go. Now, that's going to add some contouring and health and color and warmth. We're adding warmth. This was quite pale, washed out. Now we're adding the warmth back in. And not to worry if you get a little heavy hand, doesn't matter. Where you can do two things. You can grab an empty brush, blend it out, and then also when we put the setting powder on, it blends it right out too. So I like to put a little bit right along the edge of the jaw and then bring it down. And you actually can bring it down, right even down farther. It's going to just blend it down and make it look really more natural, right? Now I like to put a little bit on the side of my nose. Now, what were some of the other things I was going to debunk? Oh yes, about strategically placing where you place your shimmer is when you're placing it on your eyelid. That's really going to make your eyes pop, your colors of your eyes, and it's really nice using warm shimmers like this. What was the word I used? Pearlescent. Pearlescent. That's the word. Now some blush. So today I chose the color Seductive. It's just a pretty warm. And the thing about our blushes is they have, some are matte, some have a shimmer in it. I'm thinking this one looks a little bit more matte. Some of them have like a little pearlescent shimmer in it. But they look scary, but they actually go on so blendable, so soft. And so again, I always like to swirl it in the cap. And then I start placing it here, right on the edge of your cheek. And you can just blend that in. And it's just going to make it look like you went for a walk out in the fresh air. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, the miss is that matte skin makes you look younger. And actually I find that, like, I was looking at this, I was taking my garbage down and somebody has a brand new car. And the car was a beautiful shade of gray, but it was matte. And so, I looked at it and I thought, I know that's a brand new car, but it looks old. Isn't that interesting? Just because it didn't have any shimmer, any life to the color, it was a really dull color. So often matte can look dull. And when you have a little bit of shimmer, it makes it look alive and healthy. So I can grab a little bit. Actually, this is going to get blended out. I'm not going to worry about that. So on to brows. Let's do our brows. I'm still going to use our pencils because our brow palette's out of stock, although I'm tempted. The one thing that's nice about a brow palette is it is softer than using a line for older gals. I'm not going to say older gals. I never ever wanted to admit to being mature. I'm using that word, but it's like, it just grates me because I don't feel like today's 70 it's like today's 70s are the 50s. Today's 60s are like the 40s. Just our day and age and everything is different. Like my mother, I just remember they just looked older. Just think, next year I will be the same age as when my mother passed away. Next year, and it's like it's like they had a harder life or something. I don't know. So I purposely do strokes only because it just seems to be softer than going like one true line. Yeah, it is true about the age, right, Shelley? So I remember when what was it? When McDonald's has senior coffee at the age of 50. I believe that's what it is. So Ken would go and order 2 senior coffee, and I'd say no. Or maybe it was 55. I don't know. Anyway, it didn't matter. He says, yeah, you're a senior here. And I was like, I'm not a senior anywhere. I'm going to pay full price. Isn't that crazy? I just didn't want to be classed in. Aw, thank you, Shell. I really appreciate that. It's like I'm fighting it all the way I can. And you know what? The things that you say to your body, you can rewire just by talking negative all of the time about yourself and saying you're old. It's like that's how you are programming your body to react, to be. But when you speak positive, when you speak the opposite, when you speak, no, I'm young, I'm youthful, I'm not old, It's like you are rewiring your brain for how your body is actually going to respond. The message is so true. Now I'm going to take the lighter color, which sadly is not in yet. But I just like to soften that outer edge where it's more natural. And then I take the spoolie and just blend it. And that really softens it. I think we have to do liner today. But if you were in a rush, this eyeshadow, you have one for every day. And then you can play around with 2 colors. And then you can play around with your powdered shadows. It's like I have to do a live every single day to show you everything that I want. Is it just me? I feel like people are not on social media as much. I don't know, it just seems like it's all of a sudden got very quiet on social media. Or that's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Or is that Facebook controlling? It's such a challenge. So today is the last day of our lash bundle. It's a really good deal. And so I did give the link for I picked the twisted, but you can easily change that out. But you can choose, of our products, you can choose, what am I doing now? Let's do liner. Let's do liner. I think I'm gonna do, what should I do? Liquid or pencil? What do you girls want? What do you want? Can't remember what I decided I was going to do yesterday. Should I do brown or black? I think I'm going to do black. This has black edging, and I can't decide if I should do pencil or dip and draw. Anyone got a suggestion? What do you want to see? All right. One day I'm going to try the gold eyeliner for you girls. All right, let's do. I'm going to do black. Now, see, with the dip and draw eyeliner, you're going to get a finer, more crisp line. So it's got a bit more drama. When you choose a pencil, it's going to be softer, more smoked out. Brenda King wants to be in your video. You want to come in my video, Brenda? Really? I've never done that. What are we doing? I'm scared. What if you just hit that by mistake? You have to tell me. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's do. Okay, that's this. Oh, you're going to do liquid. Okay, let's do liquid. All right, yes, I love it. So I'm going to do dip and draw because the other one isn't available. All right. Thank you for making a decision. Sometimes I'm just tired of always making decisions. I miss that's the little things that you miss. I miss. This morning I was thinking, I miss having somebody come wash my back. I noticed that sometimes it's like it needs a good scrubbing. I miss having someone when I'm struggling with putting a chain on, a necklace on. Like sometimes it'll take me like 5 minutes. Oh, your grandson touched. Oh, okay. Good thing I didn't bring you on screen. I was thinking, okay, is this urgent? What? I've never had this before. Glad you told me. I'll bring Shelly on screen. Oh. You can't imagine. Oh, I know. Yeah. It's those little things. And I never really did ever, like some people say, you know, they took it for granted, but I never did because we were always dealing with possibly me losing him for years. Or being the chauffeur. Oh. Okay. It's kind of hard to talk when I'm... Actually, I'm going to dip again. Wait a minute. I'm not using the dip and draw. Sorry. I did grab this, our gel. What is this? It's called? It's just our liquid eyeliner. I hope they bring it back. But truth be told, I actually do like the dip and draw better. Don't know why. I think the dip and draw has a bit finer of a line. This is convenient though. By the way, welcome, Brenda. Hello, gorgeous. Nice to see you. All right. And if you really want to add drama, I can even do a little bit of waterline, tight lining. And a little underneath, right close to the lash line. I just do a little bit more on the outer to make it more look like a wing. Doesn't close my eye in so much. All right, let's set this. Setting powder, brand new one. I actually have a teeny bit left in this one. Might dump it into this one, just because I can't quite get it. There. All right, grab my brush. Now, it's so important to set. And what this does, traps the oils, which is really what makes your I just look white. I was so used to the other ones, like, okay, I gotta get used to this one. It really it makes your makeup foundation look cakey was when it splits. And the oils are causing that they come to the surface and then they break your makeup apart, breaks down. So when you set it, it's going to mattify it a little bit. And then when you add setting spray, that's going to add the moisture back, but your makeup is not going to break down. It's going to last you. What's the point of doing all this work? And it breaks down. I love our hold settings powder. Let's just set it over here for now. All right, let's add a little shimmer. Now, this is where you can use this palette. So let's do it. I just have to use it very, very sparingly. So I'm going to go in with the silver and just barely touch it, because it really a little goes a long way. And I'm just going to tap it along. You can really see how the setting powder just diffused and blended out. Let's get sitting on my mascara. Warm it up. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Merlene. Hello, gorgeous. Welcome. And then I'm going to add a little bit down the nose and on the tip. And then on the Cupid's bow. And now here's another little thing that, again, talking with the myth, debunking the myth about shimmer when you're over 40, is if you add a little bit to the insides of your eye, it's going to make your whites brighter, but it's going to make your eyes like just look more alert and awake. And so a really neat way to do it with controlling how much you put there, because sometimes when you put your finger, you get this big blob. And what I've done is just taken, I've got this light pencil liner, but it's got a bluntish type end, and I'm going to just touch it, lightly touch it, and you're going to make like a little V, a tiny little V around your tear duct. And then you can blend it if you want. I think I'm going to go in with a Q-tip because with a nail I can't get in there. Maybe I'll try it with a Q-tip. I think the Q-tip absorbs it. There you go. There. So you have that little pop and you're controlling it. So I'm going to go in again with my pencil, just touching it because this really is highly pigmented. Oops, didn't get enough there. Try it again. I'm just doing like a little V. I mean, I'm being careful with how much I'm using because I find that this one is quite bright. But any soft ones are really nice too. If you look for shimmers for anyone over 40 in a nude, a beige, a soft pink, creams, those look very soft. Okay. And it just whitens and brightens and makes you look a little more alert. All right, are we on to lashes? All right, let's warm this up. So I'm going to curl. I'm actually really liking it. My eyelashes are I can hardly wait till I get the new one. So the lash bundle comes with a free gift. A lash curler, a unique, it's a good quality curler. So I'm so anxious to try it. And I want to also comb my lashes because when you use eyeliner, just in case you stuck your lashes together. And now if you curl them now, then when you use your primer, it's going to set the curl. And I'm just going to pulse it and move it up. Just so that I can make more of a, not an L-shaped curl, but more of a C curl. And now I'm going to set it with my primer, Lash Primer, which has, oh, I forgot the ingredient now. It just slipped my brain. Which nourishes our lashes, and it's plumping them too. So it's going to help make them look thicker. And in the lash bundle, you have the options of choosing whichever mascara is your preference, but also you can choose this primer, and you can also choose our lash serum, which is by my bed. I finally started wearing it again, so it's like, my eyes are finally healthy. I'm so glad. I do have to be careful. I always have to wear lots of eye drops. I still have dry eye syndrome. And so now I'm using, which I love, our Twisted mascara. and it has the smaller one and the larger one. You can start off with whichever one is your preference. And if you like to do a little drama, I love to put the 4D Fiber Mascara, which has fibers infused in the mascara, so you don't really see them, but they really grab onto your lashes and they give you a thicker lash. This gives you this, like each lash is finer. I don't know if you can see. And so it's going to be a more natural wispy lash, which I really like. I remember, that just made me remember when I was preteens and teens, and you know, you wouldn't, if I didn't wear makeup, we always wore mascara. This is not a good thing to do, but I used to put my mascara on. It was probably CoverGirl, and I always had a pin beside my mascara, and then I would go with the pin because it would go on glumpy. And so I would take a pin if I had the time. If you're running for the school bus, you don't have time, but I would take a pin, this is really bad, and separate each lash. And if the more time you had, so I always loved the, like to have these individual long wispy lashes. Now I'm going to grab the skinny wand. I'm trying to decide if I should bring some of the color below. So crazy, I know, a pin by my eye. One time we were rushing to get ready and I was doing my mascara and I looked and I went right into my eye. And that, to this day, bothers me. They had to dig out the mascara. And so to this day, it's when I don't get enough sleep or I'm tired, it just will ache, that one eye. Isn't that crazy? Just not concentrating on what you're doing. All right, I'm trying to decide if I should bring, I think I am. I'm going to bring a little bit of the color underneath. So before I do any more mascara, I'm going to grab that cream shadow brush and just bring a little bit of it below. I can tell I'm a turtle today. All right, I guess we're allowed those days, right? I won't be such a perfectionist here. We'll get moving. Some days it's just, I actually really do love the days when, especially Sunday morning, it's like you've got this more relaxed mental, and I put on some beautiful music and I lose time. I absolutely lose time putting my makeup on. So another myth is that older women should wear long-lasting, long-wearing lipsticks because when they wear off, they always end up with these, like, you know, it's just left on the outer and it bleeds and it's not very, very becoming. Well, the thing about when you do buy longer wearing lipsticks is they have ingredients in them that are very drying. And so the thing when you are over 40 is we need hydration. Things are starting, actually after the age of 20, our bodies are starting already, we're past the peak and we're starting to break down. And so things are starting to not produce the way they should, and our cells start to dry up, and we need moisture and hydration. And so the wonderful thing is what I love about our new line of lipstick. It is my all-time favorite lipstick, and I was never a lipstick girl, and I always just want to put it on because it is non-feathering, so it doesn't bleed. You don't need an eyeliner with it. It's hydrating, and you have the option if it's a matte, so it's not shiny. And if you want shine, then just add some gloss or lip butter. You can control the shine, so you've got the best of all the worlds, but it's so hydrating and velvety and creamy. It just feels wonderful. If you ever think you might cry, which I'm past, I hope, but if you ever think, okay, I'm a little teary, just put even just waterproof on your lower lashes. Okay, on to lipstick. I think I'm going to do, I am going to do Moneyed. I like doing two. I'm going to do Moneyed on the outer, and I'm just going to wipe off some makeup off my lips. So I'm going to do the outer third. Okay, and now I'm going to take Easy Street, which is one of my favorites. And we're going to blend it. There you go. That's it. We're done with our beautiful eyeshadow. No, setting spray. We're not done. It's our hairspray. Add that a little bit of moisture back into, because some people say, oh, the setting powder is so drying, or they don't like the look of the matte. And if you don't have setting spray, just give your face a spritz with our rose toning water after you apply your makeup. It's wonderful. It adds moisture back. So there you go. We've debunked some myths. You can wear pearlescent. This is our metallics, but you can see how they buff out to a shimmer matte. Thank you, Ethel. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that so much. Oh, thank you, Brenda, too. I really appreciate you're taking your time. I love the hearts. And today is the last day for the lash bundle, so don't forget about that. If you want to grab it, today's the last day. You choose any of your choice of our 5 mascaras. I don't have the brown, but I have the waterproof, our Epic, which is like a 3-in-1 mascara. They're all beautiful mascaras. Our Twisted, which has the 2 wands, and our 4D, and then grab a lash primer and a lash serum. Oh, here comes the sun. And what else is new? And our February special. Don't forget, anyone who buys the special with this palette, put your name down with me or message me, and I will add you to my Zoom class that I'm going to do a one-on-one. So you're going to have, I want you to have this palette in your hand and work along with me. Thank you girls so much for joining me. I love this. There's our sun. And you have a wonderful day. Mwah. Take care. Bye for now.